feliz couple, and I welcome you to another live episode, Cooking with the Colin Campbell Center for Nutrition Studies. It's that time of year, it's October, it's getting a little cold outside, and we're all thinking about pumpkin spice. So we can't forget about breakfast, and one of the ways we like to integrate pumpkin and different spices is making either pumpkin pancakes or French toast. So we have a great recipe on our site, we have attached there on the link. And the important thing about making French toast is selecting good bread. So this is, you want to select the bread that's dense and also whole grains. So make sure you read your labels and omit any oils, sugars, or grains that are not whole, okay? So make sure you do that. So I have here the whole bread. I also like to cut them in thirds, sort of like those French toast sticks, because my girls love that. And the bread does get a little crispy on the sides, and that's really great. So let's make the batter, and all we need is some pumpkin. I have here let's see, so we have 3/4 cups of the pumpkin, mashed pumpkin, and you can either buy that already mashed or cooked, or you can make it yourself. That's definitely doable, and we've done that before. If we have leftover pumpkin from something else, cook it and either put it on overnight oats or use it to make pancakes or French toast. So that's 3/4 cups. And make sure you get the one that's just pumpkin, not the one that has sugar and other things added to it. Also have 1.5 cups of plant-based milk, and I'm using oat milk, which is my favorite nowadays. It's unsweetened and it's just really creamy. It's really good. All right, so next we're gonna add some flax meal. It's ground flax seeds. We have 1 tablespoon of flax seeds. We also have a pinch of cloves. Cloves can be a little strong for some people, so depending on how much you like, that flavor, then you can add or, take away a little bit of that. So we're gonna add some cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. And again, feel free to add more if you love cinnamon, which I really do. We'll add 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, ground turmeric, and 1 tablespoon of maple syrup. You can also use date paste, but it's such a small quantity, and that's fine. And this recipe, this French toast, doesn't really need any syrup added, after it's cooked. I think it's fine as it is, but feel free to add your favorite toppings. So we're gonna whisk away. Make sure we incorporate all of these wonderful spices with the pumpkin puree. And we have Anna saying, my kids will love that. Awesome, Anna. Yeah, make it and then let us know how they like it. I like to do a lot of batch cooking. And this is one of the things, especially breakfast. We're all so busy during the week that we don't have much time. So I like when I go through the trouble of making a big breakfast, I make double, triple the amount and then just freeze it or store it for later. All right, so instead of cooking it on the stovetop, I like to bake my French toast because it really turns out really great, nice and crisp without having to use any oil, and parchment paper is your friend. So the first thing you do is you want to soak the slices, not for too long because then it gets soggy. We want it to be crisp, so just shake off any excess and just lay the bread here. I have my oven preheated to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. And we're just gonna arrange the French toast. And we're gonna bake for about 15 minutes, and then you wanna flip and bake for another 15-20 minutes on the other side until they're nice and crisp, but don't burn them. Great. And there's many recipes to make French toast. There's some that use bananas, others that use tofu. You can substitute eggs with flax seeds or chia seeds. So just, get a little creative. Think outside the box, it's always possible. You can also use some nuts. Cashews are a good base if you can eat nuts. But if not, this is a good low-fat option. And also, you're adding vegetables. So you're adding pumpkin. So it doesn't get any better than that, right? Now, I think of French toast as a side, to be honest with you, for breakfast. I don't think it's a full meal. So it's good to add some fruit or maybe other grains. So maybe just add this as a side. You know, some people just eat this as their breakfast, but I think you need more nutrition in there, and you're not gonna be full if you don't add enough fiber in your diet, right? That's important. All right, so we're almost done here. Another thing I like to do, especially since we entertain for a lot of people, we make a French toast casserole. And so instead of cutting in slices or using the whole slices, we cut in little cubes. So I'm going to show you what I did here. And we're using the same batter. Definitely can. And so we have here the French toast. And as you can see, you cut the cubes. And you don't want to overlay them on top of each other because then they won't get crispy. So you want them to be crispy. So we use some of the same batter, and we're just gonna pour over the French toast. So not only are we adding a vegetable, we're adding some flax seeds, some omega-3 fatty acids too. Yay. Scrape it off. And I like to just make sure all the bread is soaked with this delicious batter. And the same, you bake for about 30 minutes. And if you want, you can stir halfway too, or not. Totally up to you. So we're gonna show you here. This is how it looks after it was baked for about 30 minutes. And check our French toast here. So they turn out nice and crisp. When you flip them at 15 minutes, they're still gonna be a little soft, so don't worry, just flip them and wait for those another 15-20 minutes. So I also want to encourage you guys to check our website. We have a lot of great resources. We have a magnificent plant-based nutrition certificate. If you want to become a plant-based expert and learn lots of great things and also join a community of individuals, like-minded individuals throughout the world, check out our site and our course. We have a sample course that you could do just to see how it goes. All right, great. So if you have any questions, we'll try to answer them as we go. Thank you so much for joining us, and until next time.